Star Trek Section 31 will finally debut on Paramount Plus following years of fans' nagging inquiries. Production on the eagerly anticipated spin-off has finally started, and numerous new actors have joined the ensemble. 2018 saw the first appearance of Section 31, only a year after the debut of Star Trek Discovery. According to reports, Michelle Yeoh and CBS started negotiations to give Philippa Georgiou, Yeoh's character, a solo spin-off series. Yeoh was praised highly for her performance in Season 1 as Georgiou, a captain of the USS Shenzhou. She was dead, and after that she resurfaced as Georgiou from the Mirror Universe, where she ruled the autocratic Terran Empire as its ruler. In order to make room for her spin-off series, she was formally written off of Star Trek Discovery in the third season in 2020. Regretfully, this was also the point at which the series' development stalled. Filming was first delayed due to the COVID-19 pandemic, and then CBS All Access changed its name to Paramount Plus and became the streaming service's home for Star Trek. Star Trek Picard, Star Trek Prodigy, Star Trek Lower Decks, and Star Trek Brave New Worlds are the 4 new shows that the streamer is launching in addition to Star Trek Discovery. Creator Alex Kurtzman has cautioned that Star Trek Section 31 won't be formally added to Paramount Plus's slate until one of the aforementioned shows has concluded. Thankfully, Kurtzman fulfilled his promise. Star Trek Section 31 was formally ordered by Paramount Plus just prior to the Star Trek Picard series finale. However, Olatunde Osunsanmi's streaming film instead of a TV series is now the focus of the project's development. Here is everything we currently know about the movie Star Trek Section 31. Yeoh's confirmation to return to Star Trek Section 31 as Georgiou has been confirmed. Yeoh will continue to star in the project despite its current development, as originally intended. Ultimately, the initiative commenced with Yeoh's proposal to CBS regarding Georgiou's spin-off. Being one of the first women to usher in the new age of Star Trek, the position had become very meaningful to her. Variety has claimed that 7 additional cast members have been confirmed for Star Trek Section 31. However, their roles have not yet been revealed. Sam Richardson as Ted Lasso, Casey Roll as Hannibal, Omari Hardwick as Army of the Dead, Robert Kaczynski as Pacific Rim, Humberly Gonzalez as Ginny in Georgia, James Hiroyuki Liao as Prison Break, and Sven Rugrok as Spud are all starring alongside Yeoh in the movie. The cast is currently confirmed to be this. There is a chance, nevertheless, that certain cast members from Star Trek Discovery will make a comeback. For instance, in Star Trek Discovery, Shazad Latif's Ash Tyler was elevated to the rank of Commander of Section 31, opening the door for a possible comeback. But it's unclear if he'll play the same part in the movie again or if Yeoh will be joined by any other well-known actors. The plot of Star Trek Section 31 is as follows. Georgiou joins a secret division of Starfleet, tasked with protecting the United Federation of Planets and faces the sins of her past, as made public by The Hollywood Reporter. Georgiou was once the brutal ruler of an autocratic regime, as was previously stated, which explains the sins she's dealing with. But whether joining Section 31 is the way to salvation is something we're not so convinced about. After all, the Star Trek series has a rather sordid past with Section 31. Claimant to safeguard Federation and Starfleet security, Section 31 was a covert agency. Even though it is regarded as a component of Starfleet intelligence, Section 31 is mostly unreported and outside the purview of the Federation. This implies that the small group of people who made up Section 31 could handle threats primarily using their own judgment, without being held responsible for taking more drastic action. Therefore, Section 31 isn't inherently an evil organization, but rather one with dubious ethics. The group occasionally come to the conclusion that, in order to neutralize a threat, heinous crimes like murder and even genocide were acceptable. Many of its members felt they were acting in the Federation's best interest and fulfilling their duty, despite the fact that they may be extreme at times. It's a little worrying to watch what Georgiou will do in the name of the Federation's security under the cover of Section 31's secret, given her already dubious moral history. Boldly go where no man has gone before is the mission statement of Star Trek, and it comes from the original Starfleet Charter. But it's also the source of the enigmatic intelligence agency's moniker. The Starfleet Charter's Article 14 and Section 31 allow for the taking of extraordinary measures in cases of grave danger. One such period of high threat was the Federation-Klingon War in Star Trek Discovery, while another was the Dominion War in Star Trek DS9. Presumably, both wars served as justifications for Section 31's more nefarious techniques. But it also appears that Section 31 is still in effect outside of times of war. During the last year of its run, Star Trek Enterprise disclosed the existence of an unidentified secret Starfleet wing functioning in the 22nd century. Even though Portion 31 was never given a formal name in Enterprise Season 4, a representative of the company made reference to the applicable portion of the Starfleet Charter. Previously serving in Section 31, Lieutenant Malcolm Reed, Dominic Keating, was assigned to Enterprise NX-01. This proved that a covert operative group of intelligence had been quietly planning countermeasures for possible hostile action since the very beginning of humankind's exploration of the cosmos. In direct response to the Klingon Empire's temporal research, Section 31 conducted time travel experiments in the 23rd century. Section 31 recruited Federation scientists Mike Burnham, Kenrick Green, and Gabrielle, Sonia Song to work on the Daedalus project, possibly in an effort to avert another temporary Cold War. They created what is now known as the Red Angel, a working time suit. But following a Klingon invasion that left young Michael Burnham, Sonequa Martin Green, orphaned, it was thought to be lost. Because of a Klingon time crystal that was obtained illegally, Section 31 operative Leland unintentionally carried out the deadly strike. Mike Burnham's father was killed by the Klingon attack squad after they tracked the crystal to Doctari Alpha, but Gabrielle managed to escape the destruction by using the prototype time suit. Georgiou may view taking revenge on her protege's father's death as a means of achieving atonement, as suggested by the Star Trek Section 31 synopsis, which mentions her confessing her past transgressions. Because Section 31 is an independent organization, it is not accountable to Starfleet for its frequently despicable behavior. This keeps Starfleet Command's plausible deniability intact for some of the worst crimes covered by Section 31. Attempts at changeling genocide and the framing of an innocent Romulan politician in Star Trek Deep Space Nine are two examples of these crimes. Even if such crimes take place in the future, Star Trek Strange New Worlds suggests that Section 31 approved the use of a biological augmentation, Dr. Joseph Mbega's super soldier serum, for example, during the Klingon War. NCIA-93 starships operated by Section 31 were ideal for covert missions because they were smaller than Crossfield-class ships such as the USS Discovery. An NCIA-93 starship could change its appearance to fit with its environment. The spacecraft of Section 31 were able to conceal their warp signature in order to keep up the illusion that they were an asteroid or a piece of space junk. They resembled the Delta-class starships shown in several Star Trek Enterprise episodes in their triangular hull design. In Star Trek Section 31, Captain Georgiou is probably going to be in charge of one of these ships. Georgiou was dispatched to Kronos in Star Trek Discovery Season 2, Episode 3, Point of Light, in order to alter the balance of power within the Klingon Empire. Georgiou persuaded Ash Tyler, Shazad Latif, a Klingon-human hybrid who was in love with Chancellor L'Rell, Mary Chieffo, to leave Kronos with their young boy in order to aid L'Rell in regaining control of the Empire from an adversary. A person like Ash was a political liability for L'Rell, whom Section 31 needed to maintain control over the Empire during a period when bigotry was rampant in the Klingon homeworld. Later on, Ash became a member of Section 31, and in the Star Trek Section 31 film, he might make a comeback with Georgiou. That's all for today. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to receive notifications. Also, express your valuable thoughts in the comment section below. Until then, bye. Also, spend some time watching other videos on the channel.